Janet knows that I'm thinking of her on stage somewhere.
I'm sure she's so happy about that right now.
But so Internet of Things is kind of fun and useful. And yes, I can control a lot of the things that I have. They can notify me when they're having problems. This is the world that's coming. It's changing all over the board.
So many in the audience here are dealing with large, well-established IT companies, the big names. And we talked about how you might recognize a company that had great ideas. How do you know when a company's in trouble?
How do you know? How would I know? The investors don't know, the venture capitalists don't know, the people running the company can distort the numbers right away. It's very hard to tell if a company's in trouble. Although we talk about disruption. A new form of technology takes life in a new direction. And a lot of companies keep building the same products. It's company culture. They can't somehow change their type of product easily. When I worked at Hewlett-Packard, we had reverse Polish notation calculators, and it was hard for us to shift to arithmetic that was going to take over the world. We just thought they were flaky little calculators, but that little children could learn, but they were easier to use, and they actually did the job better. They took over. But our company couldn't change its ways of doing products and business. And you look at companies like Nokia and BlackBerry, where were they making their money? It was very difficult for them to shift over and get into the modern smartphone type world. And that's one thing you can look for is which companies are kind of paying a lot of attention to building up their manufacturing of today's products, but 3 years from now, those aren't going to be the sort of products in the marketplace doing well. You could look at that. I'm not a financial analyst, but I mean, Gartner's here.
Well played. Who do you like in the market? You mentioned, we talked a moment backstage about Xiaomi, for example. What do you think of them?
Xiaomi. I actually admire Xiaomi very greatly because some of the best things that Apple did in the past that really impressed me were thinking out. They would move to new types of products, and it was always a little bit high price, so not like Xiaomi, but they would get rid of some ports of the past. They'd get rid of the all the stuff you had to maintain from prior days, and they were smart. Their decisions were smart. You could buy extra little adapters and make your old equipment work, but it was a really moving towards the future. Xiaomi makes real good decisions to move to the future, but delete a few of the items, only build the product that will still sell at a very reasonable price. And that's thinking of the consumer, especially when you go to markets that are a little lower value than Dubai or the United States. You know, that's really good thinking. So I admire them very much for their whole product line. I remember that I even got a little home router from them, but it was a kit. You could kind of assemble it